Hello, and welcome back to the Legal Pancakes podcast. Got another sort of grab bag of different topics for you this week.
It's time. It's time to talk about a bunch of random stuff. Just random stuff today.
Yeah. Kind of to start it off, this is more of a recent thing as of the time we're recording this, but it involves Sam Neill and his cancer diagnosis. I had kind of heard about it like the Saturday after it got revealed, and I looked into it, and it turns out that it's kind of a bittersweet thing. So he got diagnosed with it, and like shortly after, like they finished Jurassic World Dominion. That was the last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That he was in. Yeah, he got like diagnosed with like a form of lymphoma. He was undergoing chemotherapy, and kind of to pass the time, he like started writing a memoir. And I guess this memoir, like with the release of this memoir, he revealed, "Hey guys, I had cancer." So he is apparently cancer free now. He still has to do some form of chemotherapy, like once a month, for the rest of his life, though. So cured, not really, but cancer free. You know what they say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was kind of nice to hear that. Like, well, for one thing, a lot of the headlines are just leading with a diagnosis thing and not
Yeah, a
really,
lot of clickbait.
saying, "Oh, he's actually past it. He's actually good now." But in like the past couple of years, it's always been you find out about an actor, someone having cancer after they've passed away from it. Like
Mm-hmm.
Chadwick Boseman, Norm Macdonald, even Kevin Conroy last year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think he didn't make he didn't make the list last year, did he? We didn't
I
mention him in
think
the
I think he did. I think I
celebrity.
mentioned him.
Okay,
If I
okay.
didn't, I'm the biggest idiot in the world.
Yeah, yeah, I'm kicking myself if I didn't catch that. But so yeah, just one reason not to believe the news all the time, or at least their headlines. They're just trying to get your attention.
Yeah, but don't worry, you can trust us. We've never done anything clickbaity at all.
No, never.
Definitely never.
Everything we tell you is 100% fact.
Yep, I have never said anything wrong on this channel. Specifically when talking about the Italian band Goblin. I've definitely never made any mistakes there.
Right. Very, very true. Okay. Kind of our next topic is well, I guess for us it's still a trailer, but for other parts of the world, the movie's actually out. It's a film called Sisu, which involves a gold prospector in Finland during the Lapland War, which, for those of you who don't know, that's like the latter part of World War II in Finland, where after the Finns got beaten by the Soviet Union in the continuation war, they were pretty much made, to force all the Germans out that were helping them during the continuation war. I think that's what it is. That's like the cliff notes on that. So late World War II, this guy finds some gold. He's taking it to the nearest town, which is like a ridiculous amount of distance away from him. And he come across some like SS Nazis that are going scorched earth and stuff, and they're like kind of like pick on him a bit, and then they realize he's got gold, and they start pursuing him. And
You know how
then,
Nazis feel about gold.
yeah, this is Finnish gold though. I didn't know they had gold in Finland. Oh well, that's beside the point. But so yeah, they start screwing with this old man, and then they eventually find out that this is no old man to be screwing with, because he was I don't know, I guess he was like a commando during the Winter War, which another part of World War II. That was like when the Finns were fighting the Soviet Union, like before it turned into the continuation war. I forget the demarcation with that, but they, beat the Soviets. It's like the Uno reverse of
Mm-hmm.
of conflicts. But yeah, he was like a really skilled commando, and he just goes to town
And just kills a ton of Nazis.
Yeah.
So is this being produced by the same guy as John Wick, or is this the same director?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because it says, I think it says from the studio that gave you John Wick, or that brought you John
Yeah.
Wick, or something like that.
They're definitely using John Wick's name to help promote this movie, because
Yeah,
this does look like John Wick, but World War II.
yeah, and I just don't know what company, or if it's just, yeah, it says studio, but I think it might just be the fact that Lionsgate is distributing it in North America, and I think Lionsgate was also involved with John Wick, so maybe it's that. I don't know if there's someone else. There's some other like production company involved that was involved with John Wick, but yeah, it does look very John Wick ish. But yeah, or like John Wick mixed with Rambo, but it's a Finnish guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it looks like it'll be a kind of, I don't know, fun movie. Like it's already out in Poland, or not Poland. It's already out in Finland, and I think the rest of Europe. And people have been saying good things. I don't expect it to be a world class masterpiece, but at least an amusing diversion. I don't know if it's going to come to a theater near me, because I don't know. It seems kind of like a lower-ish budget film. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know. But we'll just have to see. Maybe I might do a review of it. I would like to see it in theaters if I can find a place that's showing it. But yeah, we'll just have to see.
Yep.
Yep.
So if you're a Nazi, look out.
Yep.
I think the coolest scene in the trailer is just when he stabs that dude in the head and his like eyes get really big. It's just like, oh no.
Oh no, I've been stabbed fatally.
This conspicuous old man has stabbed me in the head.
Yeah. I just like all the random scenes of like I don't know. Yeah, like badassery. It's like the one where he lights himself on fire and then jumps in the water. It's like I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I am hoping though is that he comes across some Soviets and mess their day up too, because you think he'd have a
Yeah.
bit more resentment towards them for, because he fought them in the war, and it sounds like they killed his family or something. But I don't know. We
And
might be getting
not
that.
to get political here, but now is a very popular time to kill Russians. So
Yeah. I don't know. These are Soviets, Robbie. It's different.
oh, whatever. It's the same thing.
No, it's different. It is. But yeah, like I don't know. Like at the end, it seems like he's like on a plane. Like it's like two guys on it that sound like they have Russian accents. Maybe, I don't know. So we'll have to see. Yep. So yeah, we have to wait till like April 28th to see the film.
April 20th?
28th.
Oh, 28th. Oh, that
Yeah.
got me excited.
No, it's a ways away. And it's been out for like almost a month and elsewhere. I'm not sure what's up with that. But anyway, getting into our second topic. Unless you're living under a rock, you've probably heard that the Resident Evil 4 remake is coming out soon. I think it's coming out in the next week or so. Like this month.
I got a notification on Steam that was like, this is your last chance to pre-order it.
Oh, I got that too. It's like, okay, pre-order it and get the digital deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think the pre-order is actually on sale right now. I could be wrong, though.
I think it's on the Humble Bundle. If it's
Okay.
if it's on sale, that'd be funny. But anyway, so yeah, Resident Evil 4 is getting remade or has gotten remade for some reason. Even though it's not that old of a game, and a lot of people will tell you, hey, this game doesn't need it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the game doesn't need it, but it is a pretty old game. Like, it definitely doesn't need it as much as 1, 2, and 3, probably, but this is an older game.
Didn't need it as much as Code Veronica, and they just completely ignored Code Veronica.
Yeah. I'm curious what's going to happen now that they've remade all of the Resident Evil games that people like. Like, are they going to do a remake of 5?
I don't know.
Are you going to do a remake of 6?
We'll just have to see. I'm hoping for Code Veronica next, because that game needs it badly. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's got some camp to it. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, so the demo for the game dropped called the Chainsaw Demo. I messed around with it on Steam for a bit, kind of saw some differences between the original game. I haven't really played that much of the original, so I'm probably not the best source to like pick them all out. So I'll just mention some things that I noticed.
Okay.
It does well. The graphics are beautiful for one. It looks really really good. I've only really played Remake 2. I haven't played Remake 3. So the comparison there is that it's got a lot more outdoor environments and they look pretty good. As far as like combat and stuff, the knife is very very important in that game. So they kind of somewhat brought back like the sub weapon system from Remake 2, but you only really use the knife for it. You can use the knife to like do like finish off enemies that are on the ground, to counter enemy attacks, except this time you don't lose it when you do that. You don't have to like down the enemy and then take it back from them. You just hold on to it like a sensible person would. You can also use it for stealth kills. That's a new mechanic that they just kind of I guess they're kind of copying the Evil Within, which is funny because a lot of people are like, "Oh, the Evil Within is just a rip off of Resident Evil 4," which that's kind of true. But yeah, it has a durability meter, so I assume it'll break after a while. But then you can use it as a normal weapon, of course, too. As far as like all the weapons that I encountered, I only came across like the handgun you start out with and a couple grenades. I think you can get a submachine gun. I don't know if you need a code for that or if it's like hidden in a secret. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. You can play it for free on Steam if your computer runs it. I don't know if it's on Xbox One and PS4. I think it's only on the latest gen consoles as far as that goes, but you can also try it out there, I assume.
So is it called the chainsaw demo because you can use a chainsaw?
No, it's because of it's like the first like part of the game where you go up to like this little village area and like after you like antagonize they're called Ganados. That's what the like main enemies are. After you antagonize them for a bit, this one of them with like a sack over his head and a chainsaw comes out, and he's kind of like a mini boss.
Okay.
So
I mean, I did know you fought people with chainsaws in the game.
yeah, it's a bit of like an endurance round type thing. I don't think you have to like kill everybody or even him. You just gotta last until like this church bell starts ringing and they like all go away. Yeah. One thing though that I was trying to like see if they kept from the original game is in the original like the kill animation for the chainsaw Ganado like decapitates Leon like completely. It's like kind of out of nowhere. It's like, "Oh, okay." But the thing about that is in the Japanese version, like it doesn't have that because apparently you can't show decapitations in video games in Japan. And pretty much every other game that had like a chainsaw wielding enemy that followed 4, like even in the North American release, they like censored it, like kind of similar to how they did in Japanese Resident Evil 4. So like I was wondering if they were going to bring it back, and they didn't really. The death animation is still pretty extreme. Like he just stabs it into him and kind of pulls it up through his shoulder. So it's like, oh, yeah, that'd be fatal. But yeah, they don't do any like of the weird like blacken the camera out or trying to like obscure it in any way like they did in the other games. So it's like, oh, okay, the gore's back. Yeah, don't let that happen. You can actually counter the chainsaw with a knife. I just didn't because like I I don't
So
know.
you must have pretty incredible forearms if you can block a chainsaw with a knife.
Yeah, that's one, like, adamantite knife. Like, my goodness. Yeah. I don't think I'll check the full game when it comes out. I'll probably wait a bit because I don't know. I kind of want to play through the original first.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
A lot of people say the original's still really, really good. I wouldn't. I don't know. Like I kind of had an attitude towards those style of Resident Evil games that like, they're not as much for me because I do like the old school fixed camera ones because there's definitely more action in Resident Evil 4 and 5 and 6.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I'll eventually check it out, I think. So we'll just have to see. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I might try to play through Resident Evil 4 over spring break in 2 weeks because I'm not gonna have much to do.
Yeah, I mean,
And I do need to play through that game. I still want to beat the first one too, though. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I still got to beat Remake as well. Got to beat Remake, got to beat 3, got to beat Code Veronica.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. Just have to see where I got to prioritize all that. Yep. Demo's still fun though. Like I like messing around with that. Hopefully they don't delete that.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see. Capcom. All right, getting into our last topic, which is kind of it's almost a follow-up from our last podcast, and this involves a new poll that Renegade Games is doing for Axis and Allies. But instead of, people getting to choose a new game, they're choosing the first game or the next game, I should say, to reprint out of existing titles. So the options are D-Day, Battle of the Bulge, Guadalcanal, and the Zombies version. Yeah.
Forgot they have a zombies version.
Yeah. And pretty much what I'll say on this is I'm probably not going to vote on this because I have all these games and I'm not really interested in any of them at the moment. If I had to pick one that would win, it'd probably be Guadalcanal or maybe Battle of the Bulge. Because D-Day is very cheap to get. It also has already gotten a couple of reprints already. And then Zombies is the most recent out of all these. I think it only came out in 2018. So I don't see that one winning. Or
they really
winning.
jumped on the zombie hype right there in 2018.
Yeah, and the funny thing is the full name of it is Axis and Allies and Zombies. It's just like the and Knuckles theme. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, but
what is it? Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Yeah. So yeah, well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not very interested in the poll, but kind of surprisingly absent from that list is the anniversary edition of the game. But they mentioned in the email newsletter that they already have other plans for that one. Because that one would have won hands down. That's, it's more or less like a deluxe version of the standard game, kind of in between the standard game and global.
Yeah.
But in one box, and also a couple $100 on eBay. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for the anniversary of the series in 2024 or something. I don't know. Just have to see.
Yeah. Which one of those games would you call the most fun, though?
I don't know about most fun, because I didn't enjoy D-Day, but I don't think a lot of people do. Battle of the Bulge and Guadalcanal I have not played. Guadalcanal seems more fun and more I don't know. It has that dumb battle box thing I was talking about that I'm not really thrilled about. And Axis and Allies and Zombies is more or less just standard Axis and Allies with I don't know, these I guess they're not really controlled by players. They're like controlled by like, I don't know, some like they like spawn if infantry is killed. So it's kind of like a not really like an AI, but you know, like a third faction almost that you got to deal with. I don't know. Yeah, I think Guadalcanal is the most highly regarded as far as like it being a good game.
Gotcha.
Not really entirely sure about Battle of the Bulge, but I don't know. So that is really all I had to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything you want to bring up, Robbie?
I'm trying to think if there has been any crazy news this week. If there has, nothing super substantial.
Neat.
Yep.
Okay, well,
I mean, the Steam Spring Sale has started. That's very excited. I haven't bought any games yet, but I probably will. So
I have no idea what I'd want to buy.
It gets harder and harder to buy stuff every year because I don't know. For a while there, every time like during the summer sale, I'd buy like 6 games, and now I just have a huge backlog of games. So
yeah, I do too. And though I already mentioned several of them, and you know, most of them aren't on Steam. But yep. All right.
So I guess that is our random podcast for the week.
Yep. Are you getting anything in the Steam sale? Let us know down below.
Yeah, just leave a bunch of comments. Tell us what's the best deal, and then just buy whatever you want.
Yep.
But there's a couple of games you should own first. So don't buy the Lawnmower Simulator if you don't have Quake yet.
No. Also, let us know what your opinion of battle boxes are, if you even know what that is. They are bad.
They're bad. No good.
Yeah. You don't even know what they are.
No, I haven't. I mean, you've sort of explained them to me, but that's it.
Yeah, it's not good. That's all you need to know. It's not intuitive. Right. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right. This has been me, Connor, and this other guy locked in a shed.
I have Pier 2 stuck in this shed. My arms are tied up. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this bit.
No. You should have used your free phone call more wisely.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. I definitely should have. Oh, well. Hey, this was still worth it. All right.
Bye.